Bowl games are done. But they don't have to be done. They got to reimagine. The calendar's messed up. Commissioner Siskey's here to help. The calendar's messed up. Here's what we do. You move the football season up to August the 15th. And you play bowl games on August the 15th.
Be awfully hot.
Well, I mean, is there really much difference between August 15th and August 23rd? Because that's when we start. We're 7 days ahead. And now you're going to get corporate sponsors. You're going to get TV money. You're going to have people tuned in.
Why couldn't
and you're
you
going to
just
have all your players.
Why couldn't you just do week 1?
That is week 1. You move the whole season up.
But why, you don't have to move it up.
But you do, and I'm going to tell you why. You move the whole season up, and then you finish the regular season on November the 21st. You have a bye week, and then you start the playoffs. The last game of the season, the championship game, is held on New Year's weekend. The portal opens right after that. It's an NCAA.
Now, the thing to think about, it's a great thought process. Mm-hmm. But I'll take it a different avenue.
Talk to me.
I think the bowl game experience is over. Because when I was in school, man, and I was at Florida for 2 years, we played in the Capital One Bowl, and then they went to the national championship. For that, I didn't get to experience that. But during those times was some good experiences as a player.
Yeah.
Right? You would go to a different city, experience that. If you bring that experience early on in the year, more teams will not be, reluctant or more teams will not be as lax as having a game at the latter part of the year.
Correct.
If that makes sense. Now, you having it in the early part of the year, now everybody going to be laser focused because these games matter. I like this because now you could potentially have big time bowl games where they have playoff implications. Hence back to what I was saying. Let's take a page out of the college basketball book where they have the ACC SEC showcase matchup. Let's start having a Big Ten, SEC, or ACC, Big Ten, independent showcase. That's what, in essence, will be the bowl game.
Yeah.
Gives the fans that experience. You have now people who are investing from brands, different corporate sponsors. Now they're more advantageous to kind of get behind it and put more money into it. Now these games actually matter. Now you're not looking at a bowl game where they're 6-6 playing a 8-6. It's like, what are we? Like, I seen one of the games. I'm like, dog, it's embarrassing to see a stadium empty, as empty as it was.
Yeah.
These games don't matter no more because what the college football playoffs have done for teams like Notre Dame, Auburn, and the other teams that have pulled out of their bowl games.
Total 9.
Because they say, like, these games don't matter.
Yeah.
The only games that matter are the playoff games.
Correct.
So if that's the emphasis, it ain't no way of restructuring that at the end of the year because it don't matter how much money you throw at an organization or a team or a university if it's not going to lead to a national championship. So flip it where now the bowl games are in the early part of the year, which gives the more importance to everybody who's putting money into it. And these are interesting games. They semi-do it, where they have the kickoff games and things like that. That's a glorified bowl game, depending on how you want to cut it and cook it.
Now, let me ask you about the quality of the game. So when you play early in the season, I know a lot of people or a lot of teams are getting their jitters out. They're fixing, the bugs in the offense. You don't think so?
That ain't got nothing to do with
because that's what I'm saying. Like later in the season, it's always normally a team that the projection wasn't what the outcome was.
Yes.
And so you see literally good on good. By the end of the season, we have a whole year to evaluate you and put you against who might be the best. That's what they try to do.
And some teams may say, hey, if we would have played them later on in the year, the circumstance would have been different.
Yeah.
Or the outcome would have been different.
Yeah.
Well, I say there's a lot of teams that are missing players because they're hurt
That's
at the
true.
latter part of the year anyway.
Yeah.
So this is the best version that you're going to get the first year of the first game of the season.
So you believe that? You feel like this is the best the team could possibly be?
Where we are in the college football kind of layout, this is the best opportunity because we're going to see more teams, removing themselves from bowl game appearances because they know it doesn't mean anything. So at the end of the year, at the end of senior day, the season over with, bro.
Yeah.
Unless you in the playoffs. That's how it's like in the NFL.
Yeah.
Hello?
That's true.
It's like, bro, there's no more semi-pro or this team that, man, listen, dog, we all know that this is a version of professional sports. So we need to act accordingly.
So bowl game,
Early.
regular season, conference championship, and then playoffs.
And it's over with. If you don't play in the conference championship, sayonara. It is what it is. Ain't no need to get mad at it. Better luck next year, guy.
Yeah. But you had the opportunity you wanted.
Man, play the games that you're supposed to play, bro. And anything leading up into it, which now puts the onus back on playing more meaningful games.
Now let me ask you this. What is the solution for, like we have at Indiana now, that early on in the season, we wouldn't think they would be playing, a highly touted team.
But teams like Indiana, James Madison,
How do we match them up with?
It still doesn't matter because everything that we're kind of gauging them off of, how they won, what their record is, and everything that the committee goes off of, you still have that to go off of.
From the previous season. That's what you're saying.
From the actual season. At the end of the year, looking at a team like an Indiana or a surprise team, they would have been already tested to the dynamic that we're judging them by.
But my question is, how do you even set them up for the right test? You see James Madison going against Oregon. Normally, will we even think, okay, we're going to put Oregon against a James Madison?
It never will go. I think you're looking at it differently. You have to look at it through.
I just wanted to be fair for the teams that don't get those.
It will be fair.
Those games.
Because you'll still have to play your season. I'm not saying add a game. I'm not saying suspend a game. What I'm saying is change the game where you're actually playing it instead of playing it at the end of the year where I don't want to play this game. It does us as a program nothing. Let's play it early on in the year where you can have a Maliki Bowl where the ACC versus the SEC or whatever the belt, whatever the hell bowl it is. I don't give a damn. Play that as the first game. Now, everything that you want from the excitement of the fans, they will be there.
Yeah.
Participation will be high.
Yeah.
Now, going on to the latter part of the season where you already know if you're good or not.
Yeah.
Even if you're on a cusp to say, hey, what will the committee decide? All the games that you played is your judging metric.
Yeah, that's true.
So whether you're James Madison or you're Oregon or you're UGA or you're Indiana or you're Ohio State or it don't matter. We would have already had all the information needed to properly position you in the university in its rightful spot.
Yeah, and I think that will get the admission, and I do think that will get more buy-in, viewership. I also do see smaller teams or other conferences that do have a productive season that's just jumping out of the woodworks. Like, man, no, we want to smoke against the best of the best, and we didn't have that same opportunity. So don't let that hold me against that.
I understand what you're saying, but it still will take teams to do what they're supposed to do
during the regular season. No.
If you find yourself in the SEC, right, a team like Ole Miss, a team like Texas that may not play in the SEC championship, well, you had opportunity. Everybody controls their own destiny at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. If you win it all, cool. It's not changing anything. If you do what you're supposed to do, you will be in your rightful spot. What I'm saying is the issues, nobody's showing up or want to participate in these bowl games that are meaningless.
Yeah.
So why not flip it where, hey, everybody's excited about their undefeated team at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. I do. That's real. I do think the college playoffs did kill the bowl season because now everybody like, if I ain't in the playoffs, then when I'm playing for.
And when you start to think about the timing of everything,
Yeah.
look at Ole Miss right now. If they win this week, the players are going to be asked the question, or they win the following week, they're going to be asked the question like, what are y'all going to do? Y'all going to play in the bowl game for the national championship, or y'all going to transfer?
That's true.
It gets it takes all the gray area out, man.
Yeah.
And the issue that the transfer portal opens up in January 2nd.
That is so messed up. Why would they even put it there?
It's the timing is off.
Yeah.
So you have to alter what that timing looks like and make it make sense for the regular season. Because right now it doesn't make sense.
It don't.
Hence to the Lane Kiffin situation.
Correct.
And even in that situation, you take another job during the middle of the season, it still will be murky.
Mm-hmm.
But you have it in their coach's contract where it's no getting around that, because even if he knows he's going, he's still going to lure.
Yeah.